Welcome to Missing Pieces. Please give us a like and subscribe so you can get notified for when we put new videos up. Also, head on over to our Twitch channel, Missing Pieces BGC. Give us a follow so you can get notified when we go live.
Oh,
Hello, everybody.
Hello, chat again and again.
Welcome back, chatto.
All right, everybody should have the roll. I am going to go ahead and send you a bunch of ruffians to bed and send out rolls, and we'll get things going.
I don't
Good
want to go to bed. You can't make me.
This is true.
The skills.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, chat.
That's amazing.
See you in the morning, chat.
All right, everybody's got a seat. Let's send them out. Bring banana phone. Okay, I have no need for any reminder tokens, so yay. First one we're going to, let's go to... Let's go to our minions. Hello.
Hello.
So.
What so, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. What's up?
I'm very excited to receive my first Mesopheles word ever.
Ah, yes, I do have to give you that, don't I?
And other info.
This is fair. Well, first off, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that your fellow minion is Kale.
Okay.
Your demon is Tori.
Okay.
I will come back with the Mez word.
Thanks.
Hello, Kale.
Why have you done this to me?
Because you said hello.
I have poor memories with this role.
Oh, you'll be fine. This might help. Your fellow minion is Jax.
Yay.
Your demon is Tori.
Oh boy.
Have fun. Hello.
Oh my, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am okay, and I have just seen my role. Oh boy.
Well, I'm going to tell you that your minions are Kale and Jax. Jackie.
I can work with that. Yeah, I figured. I can work with that. Some good quality there. Jesus. Okay, yes, thank you. And bluffs? Question mark?
Yes, your bluffs are Artist, Chambermaid, and Mayor.
Artist, chambermaid, mayor. I hate all of those. Thank you, skills.
All right, I will be back.
All right, see you later. Ugh.
Hello, DJ.
Hello, skills. Hello, chat.
Would you pick a player, please?
I feel in the game's best interests, just in case, I'm choosing Jack early.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Chat had some interesting ideas.
Does chat realize I mispronounce a lot of things?
Yeah, they do not.
Okay.
So
Just throwing that out there.
your mez word is going to be gullible.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
Hello.
Hello, pick a player, please.
Oh Jesus. Lao.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Clockmaker is going to get a 2. Hello, Crimson. I'm going to go ahead and wake you up and give you a 2.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice, easy, short first night. We're going to go ahead and sit here for a minute, though. All right, chat, let's go ahead and get things started. Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. You know how this works usually. Yet again, another storyteller is dead. Ravenswood Bluff is just terrible at keeping us alive. As per usual, it is on you to find out who did this. I really don't care if you want to or not. Just do it anyways, because otherwise there's no point in me being here and there's no point in us streaming. So, all right. You guys got about 9 minutes.
Did we just break skills somehow?
That was really bleak. Really bleak.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's do it, guys. For skills. For the beleaguered skills. Let's go.
Okay.
Beleaguered ordinary skills.
I have a headache. Does anyone want to chat?
Go on then, Tori. Let's go.
It's so far away. My god. Okay.
Opposite people talking with each other, or
George, you want to chat?
Right back.
Yes.
George,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yep.
Dak, want to chat? You're my neighbour.
Sure, TJ, let's go.
The bronze.
Crimson, want to chat?
I mean, obviously, I was waiting for this to happen. Like, obviously, with chat here, because I was just about to say, Tori, I'm about to blind trust you and give you a 1-for-1.
There's nothing that can poison me except for drunkenness, but let's do it.
Yeah.
Did you want me to go first?
So, I am gullible. Are you gullible?
Absolutely gullible, and I know that might even be a double joke that it's not even actually the mez word. You just got me to say I'm gullible, but I'm just 15 times over because that's just fucking hilarious.
Right. We are gullible together.
Yep. So if this actually is a real thing, please get me pit-hagged out of Tinker and turn me into like a gossip if we know that one's not in play.
Perfect. Ooh. Or
a witch.
Or if there's a barber around, we can barber swap each other. Like to get the demon to barber swap us.
That works. Ooh.
Perfect. Okay, we got options. Let me go figure out what teams their stuff.
Sounds
All right,
good.
thanks.
I'm gullible, apparently. Clearly, definitely.
I already knew this about you, Rebecca.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
Evil
Alrighty,
Tinker.
I
I'm
will
still
give
killing
you
him.
Creature or artist.
I will give you a gossip or mayor.
Gossip or Mare, if I can spell Mare correctly. Alrighty then. Thank you.
Awesome. Cheers, go.
Let's go.
I will tell you either artist or seamstress.
I will tell you, I am the Tinkler.
You're the tingler.
Absolutely.
And you're just gonna blow up, aren't you?
I mean, possibly. I mean, I could get lucky and hope that a pit hag, if they're out there, like turns me into something useful, just because the pit hag is being funny. But
Okay.
no, I think I'm totally at skills as mercy, which means I'm already lived 90 seconds longer than I should.
Probably.
Are you trying to meta me?
No, I just know what I'm up against. All right. Have you? If I remember, did you use your abilities yet? Either of them?
Not yet.
Okay.
So.
Do you want me to step out so if you wanted to, you could use your ability?
Yeah, I could.
All right, I'll step out. Thanks.
Hi, skills.
Hi, Dak. What you bluffing?
Artist seamstress.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Just pick something out of the blue, off the script. So.
All right. Sounds
We'll
good.
see where it goes.
Thank you.
Yep.
In the dark, you know.
I just put that in the 2.
Oh, I hard claimed it, but I don't even know what the bluff says.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with artist.
Oh, nice. That's my other one.
Oh my god. I swear to god, we're gonna get called evil for this.
Right, that's okay. Let all the
Yep.
sus be on us.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Good, thank you. It's not about skills, we're just living.
Do you want a hard claim to me?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So here's my thing. I can hard claim because there's no poison on the script, so I think it's probably safe. But equally, it is like a #1 demon bluff kind of roll.
Okay.
It's the mayor, my guy.
You're the mayor.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm the gossip.
Well, that's fun. What are you gonna do?
I don't know yet.
You're gonna try to do a gamble? Not a gamble, what's it called?
I have no
A
idea.
juggle? A juggle?
juggle.
A pretend juggle?
Yeah, I'm gonna gossip that I'm not the juggler.
Oh, I meant, okay, sure. I meant you could gossip that people are certain roles.
I don't know.
But,
I might decide in a bit. Who knows?
That is correct, Jeffra. They're poisoned, therefore they have no
Have a
ability.
fun gossip. I should actually mark that down. You're next to me, aren't you?
I am.
Goodness.
I spoke to the I spoke to the entire ladies' corner, and now I need to go speak to some other people.
Yes, I want to go speak to some people.
Are you okay? Well, I haven't even looked at the demons on the script. My god, there is.
Vortox, Shabaloff, and Vigor.
You have to be the death for today.
Yeah, I can be. If
I'm
need
not.
be,
I mean, yeah. It depends if anyone else has got a better suggestion, but I haven't heard any fingers being pointed yet. Actually, except
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fair.
Jackie and Jack were a bit suspicious to me, but I might nominate one of them. But if not, we'll fall back on you.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, thank.
I am a terrible, terrible demon bluff. It is the mayor. Damn it! But there's no poison, so I figure I can just tell people.
Okay, so Paka doesn't exist.
Oh fuck me! Puck is on this script. Pucker poisons. Well, now I want to. Oh, okay.
Now you want to die, yeah?
No, I more meant like poison in terms of like the like end game state. You know, like if you that you're the mayor and you sort of get to final 3. Not that I expect to get to final 3, but you get to final 3 and like.
Well, there's witch, there's Godfather, there's.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, in terms of things that can make a mayor not work, is what I was thinking about there.
Well, yeah. Pucket can kill you during the night, which can kill you during the day. Pet Hag could make you into the trunk.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have plenty of choices there.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. What are you, if you're willing to tell me? Or if you want to make any kind of claims?
I will tell you that I know that there's witch, Pet Hag, and Pucket out there, so I'm not telling my role to many people.
How do you know that?
Because I read the script.
Oh, you don't mean currently in the game. Okay.
No. Not for now. Not for now, but maybe I'll know later.
So you're not telling me anything?
Because right now, I have not a lot of information to say I trust people. I'm not willing to share my role because
That timed out very nicely, George.
All right, we're gonna yank him back.
Almost like we planned it.
Yes.
Like, I was gonna say liar.
Welcome back, everybody. I'll give you a couple more minutes to talk, and then I'll open them up.
I will agree with what you said, Ryback. That last part.
Seen your comment, Rebecca. That's good.
So
Tori.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Did you need coffee?
I was yawning.
about
Tori would like
coffee.
to gossip that the demon is Puka.
I would like to gossip that Jack or Dad are evil.
Jack
I'd
would like to.
gossip that the outsider count has been modified.
Heard?
Jack would like to gossip that he's not the demon.
Heard?
TJ would like to gossip that a minion has been preached on day 1 or night 1. Sorry.
Lynn would like to gossip that there's a drunk in play.
Heard?
Windrider would like to gossip that Crimson, Ryback, Lynn, or Tori is the clockmaker.
Heard?
I would like to gossip that somebody following a clock sitting in a prime number seat is evil. At least one evil.
Can you repeat that, please?
Number?
Following clock numbers, so Jack is 1, Tori is 12. One of the prime numbers is evil.
So Jack, George, Dak, Lau, and Lynn.
Crimson's also's 5 seat, right?
Kale, you know,
5.
Kale, you know
Now
how
it's
people
just
say
seven.
like you don't use maths when you leave school? Shut up!
Oh, I managed to figure it out.
Kale, that's
It's
what
basically-
heard.
George, Dak, Lau, and Lynn.
It's basically me, George, Dak, Crimson, Lau, and Lynn. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Crimson as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nominations
Yeah,
are
Crimson's
open.
prime number.
George will gossip that there is a farmer in play.
Heard?
Tori will nominate Kale.
Wow.
Tell me why.
That maths bullshit.
It's a solid nomination. I get it.
Kale?
Screw off.
Rude.
Do we have to be at 3 seconds?
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and run this. You're gonna need 6.
No, I want to keep it at 36 seconds. I want to wait 36 seconds.
No.
2 hours
Oh
later.
my god.
5 is not enough. Kale's safe for the day.
Good.
I think Jack had an interesting gossip. I think with the fact that Mezephalis is on this script specifically, and Pithag, I think the idea of an evil gossiping something that they know is true to make like a joke is a strategy evil can do. And I think Jack's gossip made me think of Jack potentially being an evil townsfolk.
Yeah, makes sense in a way.
I mean,
But
Maybe
if
there wouldn't be an evil townsfolk yet,
yeah,
unless
I was
there's a
gonna
bounty hunter on the script.
say,
No.
Yeah.
So there
maybe,
wouldn't
like,
be an evil townsfolk yet.
yeah, unless they're positioning themselves to be evil.
Yeah.
But like also it makes sense, and it makes sense, but maybe not like day one sense.
Second call for noms.
Oh,
I see what Lau's saying though. If the Mezephalis has gotten to Jack and he were to be the gossip and he's knows he's going to be evil. But,
I mean, I'm just working with information.
Although I will say I have a hard claim of gossip elsewhere.
Okay.
All side to town, I can be Vortex.
Jack's gossip was that he is not the demon.
Oh god, there's
Okay, do we have should we have? Oh shit.
I don't think it's a Vortex game.
Yeah, but we can't take that risk, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Probably not on day one.
No.
Final call for noms. I'll close it in 10 seconds.
Windrider nominates Windrider.
Windrider nominates Windrider. Tell me why.
Voltox fodder. I'm happy to deny.
Anything else?
No, you.
All right, you're gonna need 6.
I'm only voting because we have Vortox, but I'm
but
not likened.
Yeah, but do we need to kill a good player? We can also kill an evil player to satisfy the Vortox.
Well, sure, but do we know who an evil player is?
7 is enough.
I don't have any evil pings.
Windrider is on the block. Lau, pull yourself together, man. I will close it in 10 seconds.
I'm sure you should be saying
have a better person to die. I mean, obviously, I'm happy to die, but you know, night 1 would be good.
Skills. I'm sure you should be saying that to me after my
5,
body got torn apart last
4,
game.
3, 2, 1. Windrider is executed and dies. Say good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
everyone.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night.
Game. Where's my?
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what Windrider was thinking there. All right, let's go to Tori. Hello, Tori.
Hello.
Hello. A barber has died. Would you like to make a swap, please? Pick 2 players.
Christ.
You can decline.
I know I can. I'm going to swap. Lau and Dak.
Lau and Dak.
Yes.
All right, thank you. That's a big oof. All right, let's go tell them.
Oh no.
Hello, Lau.
Okay, I just want to make a prediction out there. You're gonna tell me I'm like the good Mezephalis or something. It would be funny.
All right, Lo, I'm going to tell you, please change your token to the Slayer.
Whoa, how? Oh.
Thank you.
Wait. If you had someone made into the drunk, would you tell them they're another townsfolk?
That is an option, yes.
Oh. Okay.
All right, thank you. Hello, Dak.
Oh no.
Please change your token to the farmer.
Okay, cool. I can deal with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, DJ.
Hello.
Would you please pick a player?
I am going to preach Lao.
Low it is. Thank you.
Lao, sorry.
Hello, George.
Hello.
Please choose a player.
I will choose Low.
Low?
Low. Sorry, is that how you pronounce it? Low.
Yep, low. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Hello, Kale.
My microphone was muted. Hello.
Player on a roll, please.
Ryback as the witch.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty.
Hello.
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 I'm here to tell you that you are evil.
I thought Jackie just played me.
Oh, by the way, I'm also here to tell you, please change your token to the witch.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Choose a player, please.
Dak.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who are we gossip killing here? Yeah, apparently so. It was a big oof because you put a confirmable player back into play by swapping Low and Dak. But apparently they're just going to poison that character again and we'll have no problem. Low is not going to die because they are protected. So hooray. But we also have a gossip that's going to go off. So it's, I'm almost tempted here. I am almost tempted to hide it and go ahead and kill Low anyways with the gossip kill. Now, I'm not getting rid of Lynn yet, and Crimson is a good shout, but also the longer the Crimson is alive, the more sus there is on a Clockmaker. So I'm not necessarily going to look at that. I think really I just need to kill Low here, and we'll go from there. Because George will double guess whether or not they might be the drunk. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and gossip kill here. Either way, there's only going to be one death tonight. Yeah, that's where we're going to go with that. We're going to just go ahead and kill Low. And George will wonder whether or not they're drunk. All right, let's bring them back. Good morning. Good morning for everybody except for Low. You guys have 7 minutes.
Oh, shit. Windrider, can we talk?
Yep.
Wow, can I chat with you?
Yeah. Where are you going?
Wherever you want to go.
Yes, Lynn, I realized that I didn't come to you. You get a 0.
Excellent, thank you.
Hello.
Okay. Lau got randomly. Lau got randomly night 1. I got Dak and I poisoned Dak today. So I don't know what either of them are, but ha ha ha!
Okay, so you said you got Dax today?
Yes. He also got swapped with whatever Lau was, because Lau was being super cagey. I'm the Puka. Wait, what are you?
Mezephiles.
Yay! Did you turn someone?
Ryback.
Yay! What's Kale?
Pit Hag.
Yay! What's Ryback?
Should be a witch now.
I like that I cackled when I learnt it was a witch. Okay, so Pit Hag.
He was the tinker.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. Okay, so bluffs are artist, chambermaid, and maid.
Oh, I've went off script and preachered, so preacher,
Yeah,
slayer,
fine.
seamstress. I think Kale just randomly out of the dark pegged because he's going artist.
Nice. I'm gonna ignore that phrasing, and I love it. Yeah, I went with Maya because I just panicked, and I can back off. I'm kind of wondering if it's worth pretending it's Maya to get farmed, but basically, I'm not surviving this game with these players, so we might have to deal with that at some point. Yeah.
But if we can suss your now 3 minions, in theory.
Yeah, definitely. I think you guys will have to do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait, did somebody die for Jack? Nobody died from his gossip, though.
Oh, I don't.
Oh wait, wait.
I didn't understand his gossip. Let's be honest.
Wait, Jack's gossip was Jack gossips that he's not the demon.
No, I thought he had the weird. Oh no, Kale was the math one.
That was Kale. So Jack's gossip was Jack gossips that he's not the demon. So are we sure that he's the gossip?
Well, that's what he told me. I don't know if I believe him.
Yeah,
but
he
I don't
told me
know if
that
I've
too.
ever believed Jack.
Told me that too, which is why I was paying attention to what his gossip was. But clearly, it's not, because I feel like that would have resulted in a kill.
So you're claiming Mayor? Like, is that what you're hard claiming to me?
I've confused
Yeah,
everybody with that
basically
kill.
on the notion that there's no
Hooray.
poison but for pucker and, drunkenness. Like, there's nothing that could poison me, like, at the end stage, so it's not so scary to thing it. And then if I need to, I'll pivot to, like, I was actually the farmer. Ha ha ha! I don't know. We'll see.
Try to see what role you are claiming. Chim Preacher? Chambermaid?
First one.
Okay, so you picked.
I was gonna say, yeah, there was only one death last night, so either I'm drunk or the pucker got a really unlucky kill on Windrider. That's like the only, or they hit a monk. That's the other possibility, obviously. But yeah, I don't see why my a kill from my gossip wouldn't go through, unless obviously it's one of those three things. But
Artist or seamstress, cool. I'll tell you, I'm actually the barber. So if you've heard of anyone thinking that they might have been pit hagged or anything, that could be why.
Okay. All right.
I am still the barber. Like, I didn't get swapped myself, so that's good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sounds great.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. Hey, Skills. Quick question. If the farmer is poisoned by a puka and dies at night, would the ability still work?
No, the ability would not work.
Okay. Okay. That helps me out quite a bit. So,
all right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what are you comfortable sharing?
I'll try a 1-for-1 with you if you like.
All right.
Okay. I am the barber. Why I was happy to get killed early, so hopefully the evil team will be able to coordinate anything. I am still the barber, so thankfully I didn't get swapped. And that is pretty much it. But if obviously if there's someone out there that thinks they might have been pit hagged or something, I could be the reason why.
Okay, so I'll keep an ear out for that. I'm the preacher.
Preacher. Okie dokie.
Yes.
Cool. Who did you pick yesterday?
Jack?
Yeah, Jack was just talking about that. I don't know what demon it is, though.
Oh, Tori's a puka.
Okay, it is the puka. Yeah, because Jack was talking about, like, oh, it's potential puka, and we just had, like, an unlucky pick on Windrider.
Dak is not long for this world, so I assume if they've asked an artist question that's been fouled up.
Do you have the Grim, or not Grim, bluffs?
I have no bluffs. I'm literally just continuing with my original role, Tinker.
Do you know what? Do you know what Laurent is?
No.
Fuck.
Shot in the dark.
Okay,
I'm still claiming Tinker or AK Preacher. If
no, because I'm pulling out a fucking bluff out of my ass. I'm pulling a Chambermaid out.
Okay. I'm still gonna kind of play Tinker and then die on a nomination and pretend Skills was mean. I don't have to.
Yes, please.
But that's gonna come later.
You don't have to pretend. I can just go ahead and.
Who's cursed today?
No one's cursed. I think because Witch acts before everybody else.
No. Witch act.
Exactly what Kale's gossip was yesterday. Still, I know what a prime number is, but that doesn't mean I know which ones are prime numbers.
Oh, but so basically, Kale's gossip, anything that's in a prime number seating is evil. I think it was. Or
Welcome back, everyone. I'll give you a couple of moments, and then I will open noms.
Yeah, it was at least one player in a prime season.
Yeah, no. We know that. We were just speaking about me not being able to understand that gossip. So
basically, yeah.
Lynn,
don't ever do that when I'm storytelling.
Lynn, I'll say I trust that particular player.
Oh, okay.
So, Lo, just I'll say what we talked about. I did the thing we talked about, so I'm not sure.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then it would, if you're dying tonight,
Yeah, exactly.
it would be Pucka. I'm sorry, I'm gonna out you then.
Do it.
If that's
do
alright.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Monk claimed George to me. No, other way. George claimed Monk to me yesterday, and protected me, and I died. So I think it's a Pucka game. And what I've been like, I told 2 people today. There's someone that told me something and went like, "Oh, there's a Pucka in play." I didn't know. And what came to mind directly is, A, you didn't look at the script, which is fair. B, you're the Pucka and you're using that to make yourself look good.
No, I can speak on that. I think they're talking directly about me. I was talking about the mayor and poisons that could sort of affect the end game. So, like, if there's a poisoner, you can't trust a mayor in the end game. So I was like, well, there's no poisoner. There's, like, apart from drunkenness, there's, like, nothing that causes poison on the script. To which Lau said, well, there's a Pucka. And I went, shit, because I was thinking about the poison that the Pucka does the day before rather than an active choice they could make in Final 3. The night before the final. That's what that conversation was, I assume.
There's also Vigor.
That's true.
Vigor killed the minion.
Nominations are open.
But if so just to add on quickly to what Lo was saying, my 3 worldviews at the moment are that I was either, if I died tonight, I was Pucka poisoned, either I'm drunk, or if Skills has been very cruel, I suppose, if the gossip was true, I could have protected Lo from the demon kill, and then the gossip kill could have killed Lo.
That is a world.
I just have some info to add to you. I think I should out this to people that know what I am, right? I think it's a good idea. So I'm your barber, but I am still the barber, so I wasn't swapped, or the demon chose not to swap. But if someone out there thinks that they might have been pit-hagged, or 2 people think they might have been pit-hagged or something, I could be the reason why.
There's two good there were barber swap. It's what I've been told.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been swapped.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty great, because
if you're the only one that's been swapped, maybe.
No, I know who also has been swapped.
I think the use of the word swap implies there was another half to it that's just
okay, excellent. That's great. Well, that's the reason why, okay? Just so you know.
Alright, second call for noms.
You were the barber and wanted to try and keep the barber in play.
No, but that's fine, because the information I could provide would still be available, because my role would still be alive. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm happy to be Vortex fodder if needs be, but always think we should be going for evils instead, so up to you guys.
Well, if it's a poker game, is it worth an interest on killing George to then see if we don't have a kill tomorrow, or death tonight even, if that's a potential worldview?
The thing is that if obviously now, if it's not a Pucka, then the demon can still kill me to try and simulate that, but then at least in that world I'm still taking another death away from the demon, and I'm only the monk, are the best roles that are going to stay alive in my vein, if you know what I mean.
Or the demon now could just not be a Pucka and still simulate a no death night.
Well, even that, then they're wasting the deaths, they're wasting their kills.
Yeah, could be worth
I suppose the question is, are we doing a hard Vortex check or not? Because we're approaching that.
Do we have
I could still be the drunk, so...
Is there info out there that says there isn't, or is? Because at the moment I've not heard anything.
No, right, which is why I'm asking.
Turn that out to give Talon the option. Crimson nominates Crimson.
Tell me why.
I've done all I need to in the game, so if we want to do a Vortex fodder check, I'm happy to dive in case we have a Vortex.
Anything else to say, Crimson?
Yep, I'll leave it at that.
Alright, you're gonna need 5 to put Crimson on the block.
Are we doing this for Vortex? Or what?
Sorry, Lau, how has it been proven it's not a Vortex game?
multiple sources of information that I trust.
Okay.
Like my information.
5 is enough. Crimson is marked for execution. I will close the day in 10 seconds.
Jack
Will
Gossip.
nominate Kale.
No. Never mind.
Sorry, do you
Go
want to
ahead
take
with your
first?
gossip, Jack. I will go ahead and take the execution, the nomination
no, it's-
afterwards.
Jack gossips that Crimson is on the good team.
All right, and what was the nomination, please?
It was George nominated Kale.
Thank you, George. Tell me why.
I think I trust Crimson, and it's fine. We've got Crimson on the block. If we want to continue with this, there's no specific accusation against Kale, but I'd rather just try throw a stone in the dark rather than kill a player who's willing to be killed.
Kale, your defense.
I'm better to keep around for reasons I am not going to say.
All right, you need 5 to tie, 6 to put Kale on the block.
I'll vote for you, Windrider, if you are genuinely putting your hand up there.
Not necessarily, but I wouldn't mind.
Too late. Australian internet says no.
I think that could be a good non today.
Ryback will gossip that there's a Godfather in play.
Heard. 2 is not enough. Kale safe for the day. Crimson is still on the block. I will close it in 10.
Lynn will gossip that there is at least one evil on the 4 cardinal points, meaning Tori, Dak, Windrider, and Ryback.
Heard.
Kale will gossip that between Lynn and TJ, there is at least one evil. Clockwise, inclusive.
Tori will gossip that if Jack was truly the gossip, shouldn't their gossip have resulted in a kill last night?
Like that. Unless Jack is drunk, Jack is poisoned, blah blah blah.
All right, Crimson is executed and dies. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Also, there's no Godfather then. Also, just to point out.
How so?
Right. The barber.
All right. Jack's gonna get another kill. Fun, fun, and more fun. Let's go to TJ. Hello, TJ.
Hey.
Pick a player, please.
Ryback.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Lou.
Hello, Ryback. I'm here to tell you that you are at a sermon.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, George.
Right.
Pick a player, please.
Let's go for Lynn.
Lynn, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, KL. Player and character.
I'd like to turn George into the sweetheart.
Thank you. Hello, George. George, I'm here to tell you that I need you to change your token to the sweetheart, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Tori.
Hello.
Choose a player, please.
I guess. Chat. Gee. I don't know. Too much of this groom is evil. Dak. No, not Dak. What am I saying? TJ.
TJ?
Please.
Thank you. All right, interesting play here. Because Ryback has been preached, he's no longer preached, but I do not have the obligation to tell them otherwise. And since it's already past their point in the night order, they will not get a chance to act. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright, who do we kill with the gossip? Right. Who we killing with the gossip, guys? Who do you think? Yeah, I think we probably should kill an evil here. No, I'm not killing an active power. If I kill one, I'm killing Jackie. Okay, I'm gonna kill Jackie here. All right, let's go to Lynn and tell them a 1.
Hi, Skills.
Hello, Lynn. I'm going to go ahead and wake you up and show you a 1.
Oh, Vigor. No, don't think of Vigor. Oh, jeez. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. No, their power is back. Technically, it is back, but they missed their opportunity to use it because they were preached when it happened. TJ is poisoned, so therefore, once the poison runs off, Ryback will still be preached. If TJ gets perma-poisoned and dies, well, they're going to die, their ability comes back. The way the Preacher works is, as long as the Preacher is alive, a minion that has been preached no longer has an ability. Once that Preacher is either poisoned, drunked, or dies, they get their ability back. All right, let's bring them back. Good morning, everyone. Beautiful morning for everyone except for Dak and Jackie.
Ooh, spicy.
Damn.
All right, I'll give you 6 minutes.
Okay, so
Jackie, are you still comfortable to chat even though you're dead?
Yeah,
Or...
yeah, you bet. I'll chat with anybody.
Tori.
Oh, I know Jackie had asked to chat, so I was just asking if she still wanted to.
You know, but I wanted to talk to both of you, so we could just all talk together, I think.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
I
three.
don't see why not.
Okay.
Tori, can I have a chat?
Yeah, for sure.
Go to the bronze, lovely. Oh, never mind, she's in the green.
We're missing some people.
Jack, I haven't got a claim from you. Would you like to go chat?
Yeah.
Wait, Lynn's the only one that's alive.
Right, I was like, we dead. We double dead.
Sorry?
Did you do it, Lynn?
I swear I did not. I'm not even a gossip, so I can't even say that I may have killed one of you. No.
Are you evil?
I do not have a red token, and I was not given a Mecephalese word.
Okay. I was like, saying you don't have a red token doesn't mean that you are not evil.
Yeah.
I was never given a Mecephalese word. No one that I spoke to asked if I wanted a Mecephalese word. Nothing. So, I am, as far as I know, unless Skills forgot to tell me that there's a magical hidden, not on the script bounty hunter in play, I have no reason to be evil.
So
when a minion is preached, they lose their ability only until the preacher is dead.
Ooh.
Yeah, as long as the preacher is alive, a minion does not have an ability.
Or Crimson is evil. Sorry.
One of
I
us or
realize that I'm
Crimson?
outing, and I realize that I'm outing this to potentially an evil, unless like I am puka poisoned. If there's a puka, I don't know. But either way, I got a 1. Very odd.
That's very useful, though. I don't know anything about Crimson.
So you got zeros before that?
Yeah, on night 2 I got a 0, and this is night 3. Well, we just left night 3, and I got a 1.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I die tomorrow, I know that I'm puka poisoned.
Yeah. I did know that Lynn was the Oracle. I knew that from day 1 when we had our first chat. Lynn gave me a 2 of my roll and
Thank you for the follow,
her
Sea
roll,
Dog.
so. And I lied to you, Lynn. I'm sorry. So I kind of knew what you were. So
Okay.
I was the Slayer.
Oh, rip.
Yep.
You could have killed the demon.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Oh well.
Well, if we had any,
I targeted Lau on night 2 when he died. I targeted Ryback last night.
Okay. That's interesting because Jackie was certainly trying to claim Preacher at me. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not a hard, but still interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I also had Preacher from someone else as well. But
yeah, okay.
Obviously, as I knew what I was, I didn't obviously really put that down, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, okay. Storyteller question. Public, like I can do it in front of TJ.
Sure.
Okay, so a Meze turned... No, never mind. Meze turned townsfolk doesn't do anything because they are not a minion. Ignore me. Ignore me.
I think I know what you were asking. You were regarding if it was a evil turned townsfolk, if they were to get killed, would they poison?
No, if they were preached, would they lose their ability? But they're not a minion.
No, that would be true.
Yeah,
That would be an
that was-
interesting one, though.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of like. No, that doesn't work. Okay, cool.
Well, I'm
Okay.
heading back, and that's
Yeah,
all I've
thank
got
you.
so far. Hopefully,
No,
that's
cool.
maybe something for you to work with.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll catch you
Cheers.
later. Right.
Speak to them, but I'm just like, what if they're evil?
Yeah.
And now they're dead, and I'm just like, I still don't know if I want to talk to them. Because there is a slight possibility where it's
No,
a
actually, I'm pretty sure it's
Vortox.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to believe it's either
I mean-
Pokemon or Vortox.
Not I'm thinking the wrong thing. Is there a chance where it's Vigomornis Godfather -1/+1 to where it still equals out to 2?
But then where would the second kill come from the Godfather when Ryder was executed?
When Ryder's not the barber.
No?
That would be the only explanation, or they just sacked it.
Well, they're still claiming Barber, so...
I have no clue then.
I don't think there is a Godfather, and I don't think it's a figure. It's either a Pucker or a Vortox.
And then Laurent was saying in
Skills, can I have a quick consult?
Sure.
I forgot how Preacher worked. I just outed myself as evil. Oops, I just had to share that with chat because it's funny.
Seriously, wow.
I forgot they went very first, okay? But I just had to share that. Because I like poking fun at myself when I do things like this.
Oh, Jacqueline.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, why?
It's townsfolk.
Okay. have an
Welcome back,
announcement.
everybody. I'll give you a couple of moments and then I'll open them up.
Wait, before continuing, can we hear what Jackie has to apologize for?
No, you don't. Hear the announcement.
Speaking of Jackie, I was speaking with Dak and Jackie all day, and Jackie claimed Preacher, and then gave us her preaches, and of course, like, I am the Oracle. I surprisingly got a 1 last night. Yeah, so, but then Jackie, as the Preacher, would have acted for a 3rd night before being killed off. Therefore, Jackie, who only ever claimed to preach 2 people, is not the Preacher. I'm saying she's Minion.
I mean, that makes sense of what we were just discussing, right, TJ?
Yeah, it kind of does.
So I've also heard of a Clocktower 2 out there, so I would like to kill Kale today, then on that piece of information.
Well, actually, Lo, with what you were saying yesterday about Tori, I'd rather hit Tori first, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, but for something we can totally kill Tori, that's 100% valid, but down in my soul, I mean, I still want to give Tori a chance at her ability.
But,
I would agree.
If we're not going to use it, we can execute Tori now.
Just to back up Tori's the only person I hard claimed to day 1, and surely, like, knowing that I died and said I was up for self-execution, she'd swap me with someone else to keep the barber in play, and not Lau, who got swapped.
All right.
Well,
noms are open.
Just want to add some information as well, if I may. I know that there's a pit hag in play. Last night I was turned into the sweetheart.
If on top of that, if I had to guess, I would say that we have Pit Hag Mazephiles. I think Jack has been turned and then got turned into the gossip, which is now why we started getting double kills, maybe.
Totally valid.
Yeah.
Totally valid, but incorrect.
I mean, well, to be fair, I don't know if I ever believed that 100%. But if Jack, oh no, you couldn't have started that as a gossip because
I did
Lau.
start gossip.
But you day 1 you gossiped that you weren't the demon and
That
you
is
had 1
correct.
death. Right,
Yeah.
The only way that's there that could be possible if I successfully protected Low and then that was the gossip kill. But then how do you explain the Godfather? Well,
we don't have a Godfather.
We don't have a Godfather because of Wind Rider.
Or we didn't have a Godfather, potentially.
Who said my name?
If we're saying that Jackie is minion, like, wouldn't that indicate that, like, the Pit Hag, like, changed something last night? Like, why would you kill a minion?
Basically, because if it's a Vigor Mortis, then that would make sense. But the issue is that means either you or the other outsider, who I'm not going to out at this present moment in time, is lying.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the other outsider lying.
It could also just mean that there was
a demon change, right? And they kill the pit hag or something.
Second call for nominations.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm saying it could also just mean that a kill from another source sort of went through, but like, say if it was a gossip kill, right? It could also just mean, like, I don't know, there were too many good townsfolk alive. If not evil townsfolk alive, if Jackie was, say, the Mezephiles, she's used. Killing her takes some power away from evil, but doesn't necessarily hurt evil straight up.
Question: apart from
evil gossip is bad, right?
We should nominate and kill before Skills closes the day.
Apart from George, when I've been pit hag.
Pardon?
I was just asking, apart from George, has anyone else been pit hagged?
I mean, unless that barber swap wasn't actually a barber swap, not that I've heard of.
But two people swapped, right?
I've only heard of one side of it, which is why I wasn't sure.
Okay.
I've heard of both sides.
Okay.
So that backs me up, right?
Yes, in my mind, you are 100% good. My info and your own ability backs you up.
Jack,
before
there is a pit hag in play.
Before the day closes, Lynn will nominate Tori.
Tell me why.
The strange conversation with Flo yesterday, we talked about. Jackie is, in my worldview, definitely a minion. There's a clockmaker 2. Tori is 2 away from Jackie.
Tori?
I mean, if I'm not going to be trusted towards the end, my role only has so much utility. I don't know what this conversation that was had with Lau is. Lau? I don't know what their information is. This seems to be a nomination wholly based on private conversations. So I don't know how to defend against that.
All right, you're going to need 4. And no, Jack, I did not hear your gossip. Do you want to get it in real quick?
Yeah, I was just saying there's a pit hag in play.
Oh, come on.
All right, you're going to need 4.
Jack is evil gossip. Come on.
Yeah, right, Jack's evil gossip.
Please, can we get votes on this?
Yeah,
So
I think.
I mean, we might as well kill Jack if he's just gossip to kill people.
Yeah, I'm just going to nominate Jack in a moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Really good idea.
That is not enough. Tori is safe.
I can see, even contradicting what I just said, I can see why Jack would do that though, because it is just me claiming to be pit hagged. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, they want to verify me, right? You want to verify what I'm saying is true.
I will just state you're more than welcome to kill me. Like, I'm not that bothered, but if I am on the evil team, who am I evil with?
All right, I will be cloaked. Thank you, Tori.
Thank you. So it seems as if Jack's gossips are being made only on sort of confirmed information that he is not the demon, that there's a pit hag in play when there's just been conversation about there being a pit hag. It seems like these are gossips designed to kill players. And that's weird to do at this many alive.
Jack, your defense.
No defense.
All right, we're gonna need 4 to put Jack on the block.
Dak, I think you're breathing into your microphone.
I truly think that Tori's the demon here, and we missed out on killing the demon.
Why are people not voting on this?
I stand by my defense. Your information is a private conversation. That's not going to convince town, I don't think.
All right, that is not enough. Jack is safe for the day. I will close it in 10 seconds.
What the hell?
I would rather, I kind of think that give him Jack benefit of the doubt if he doesn't trust me when I say
5,
because I'm the only one saying that.
3,
Ryback,
2.
Nominates TJ.
I heard Ryback. Tell me why you're nominating Lynn.
I think we need to put someone on the block. Lynn is acting a little suspicious to me. We should just get this one through, and then we can reassess who we want to kill right after this.
Lynn, defend.
I am one of the few good townsfolk alive left in this game, because obviously evil has not voted on any of the actual evil players that are most likely dominating this town right now. Absolutely not. Do not kill me. I am not being suspicious. I'm actively trying to solve the game. Please do not kill me. Please.
All right, you need 4 to put Lynn on the block.
Crimson. Oh, I was going to say I'll put my hand up for you, but your hand is already down. Sorry. I was not paying enough attention to the grim. Oh yeah, I mean, I was happy to vote, but equally I didn't want you to use your dead vote on this, you know?
And there is
people look good.
There is a whole bunch of evil that voted on that.
All right, 4 is enough.
Kale.
Lynn is on the block. Who was that?
George nominates Kale.
Tell me why, George.
I think I think I do trust Lynn as good here. I think if we're not going to kill Tori with the clockmaker information, we might as well go after Kale. And after the votes on the last round, I think this is a good kill.
Kale.
Chambermaid. Ryback Laurent 1, Ryback Jackie 1, TJ Jack 1.
Hey, Ryback, do you wake up night 1?
I did not.
Okay, let's get Kale.
All right, you're going to need 4 to tie, 5 to put Kale on the block.
Do we have enough hands up with the live players? No,
We
somebody
need
dead
more
can
than
put.
that.
Yeah, somebody dead can put their hand down if they want. I voted now. Or not.
Lab, yeah, that's it. That's fine.
I'm waiting. I don't trust anyone.
5 is enough. Kale is marked for execution. I will close it in 10 seconds.
I trust myself. I trust Lynn Ryder. I trust Kinston. I trust Tab. I trust Lynn. But I trust it. I trust no one.
4, 3,
Trust myself.
2, 1. Kale is executed and dies. Congratulations go to everybody. Go to sleep. Yeah, that was bad. Kale needed to survive there to get friggin' Tori out of being the damn demon here. I think this game is pretty much over. Alright, let's go to TJ, even though they're puka poisoned. Hello, TJ.
Hey. I've got a couple of questions, if you wouldn't mind. I was going to ask you.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, you're coming to me anyway, so. Firstly, am I correct by, on my death, if I preach anyone or any minion that is still alive, they get their ability back, correct?
Yes, if you have managed to preach a minion, if you die, they will regain their abilities.
Okay. If I preach a minion before they're potentially vigor killed, I assume they lose their ability, yes? Because that would be the benefit of my role, despite undeath.
Because they are vigor killed, they would still be able to use their ability, although if they're preached, I would still claim that once you died, they gain that ability.
Okay, I understand. Can you preach a dead vigor killed minion?
Your ability says pick a player.
I'm gonna choose Jackie then, just in case.
Yeah, it does not say that it has to be an alive player.
I'm gonna choose Jackie just in case then, because I got a sneaking suspicion this is still a vigor game.
All right, thank you.
Cheers.
Hi, Jax.
Hi.
Just to let you know, you are at a sermon.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's ironic.
This is true. This is true.
You're still with me.
You're right. I shouldn't have done that. That is a minor oops. It happens. Let's go to Ryback.
Lou.
Hello, Ryback. Choose a player, please.
I will curse myself.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Onward to Tori.
Hello.
Hello, Tori. Player, please.
I guess it's got to be George. Please.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it's a shame the sweetheart is not going to have any effect on the game. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and kill 1, 2. I think, do we kill Jack here or do we kill Lynn? I'm aware that if I don't kill Lynn, that's the case, but I'm trying to determine whether or not I kill Lynn here. We're gonna be at 4. It'll force them. Well, it doesn't confirm him to be good. He's been gossiping the entire time and it's coming across as evil. So right, the gossip can't be the demon. All right, we're just gonna kill Jack here. And Lynn is going to get a 2. Hello, Lynn.
Hi, Skills. Hi, chat.
All right, Lynn, I'm going to wake you up and I am going to give you a 2.
2. Okay. So either Tori's killed a minion or Kale is evil. Confirmed. But they're not the demon. It would be 2 away from the demon. And Wind Rider. Sorry, I'm processing this in my head. Wind Rider.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
All right,
Wind
enjoy
Rider's
that.
still- Thanks. I'll keep talking to myself for the.
Okay, so what we're gonna have here is we're gonna have a poisoned sweetheart that's not gonna go off. TJ is gonna be dead. Jack is gonna die. That leaves Ryback, who is witch cursed themselves, Lynn, and Tori. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Welcome back, everyone. Beautiful morning, except for the fact that TJ has died. Jack has died.
Alright, I think that was to try and help balance, right? Jack's his own gossip kill.
Yeah.
Do we want to rule out? Is
Okay.
anyone claiming grandmother at this point?
No. Well, I'm not.
Can we chat?
Yeah, let's go real quick. So, hear me out, guys. I've figured it out. Okay, obviously, the evil team is working in rhymes, and the evil team is Jack, and Ryback.
I love it. So stupid.
How long have you been focusing this one up?
That's why George has been silent the whole game.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
See what words rhyme with each other.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm now really disappointed that that's not true.
Right? Sometimes it happens and you're like,
Well,
why?
I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm out. See you later. See you later, stream. It's been a pleasure. Bye. Goodbye.
Could possibly be a drunk.
It would more likely be a pucker game.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would just be killed by the pucker.
true.
So I think it does confirm, in a way, that it's a pucker game. And yeah, not a shap game, not a... If we trust George being now the sweetheart, which I think I do. Yeah. Makes sense. I think the evil team...
Jacked up, okay?
I mean, that's fair, but like, why would you not like hag me into the Mazephyli so I could turn myself evil, Jackie? What the hell?
Because obviously my brain is not functioning at full speed today, okay?
To be fair, I forgot to mention to you on day one. I'm like, oh shit. Never mind. Next time you're evil, pit hag me into the Mazephylis.
Will do.
Cool. Right, at least that's a promise. Now I need to go find your demon to kill them, whoever they are.
Okay.
So I wish you good luck, and it's been a pleasure knowing you
I
as
find
a
it
friend on
funny
this
that
battlefield.
they're not taking into account that it's been entirely
you
possible
step over
that
my dead
the two
body.
deaths last
Hey,
night were from a pit hag change.
Well, I mean, I'm dead next to you. Don't worry.
I'm gonna tell everyone that I was the preacher, so if anyone has been preached and potentially Vigor killed, they've got their ability back.
Fun.
Lynn, what was
I think
your
the
phone number?
demon's probably killed it.
I have a 2 today, which means either TJ or Jack is evil, or we executed the evil Kale yesterday. All I know for sure is that Kale is not the demon, because the game continued. Jackie is still 2 away from Tori with what I consider sober clockmaker. So honestly, it is absolutely Tori.
Question: who is the clockmaker? Me, I have something that also breaks that as well. I might not have got all of them, but I was tracking whispers on day one. If the evil team spoke on day one, the only ones left that are alive are Ryback and Lynn.
And Ryback and Lynn is also a 2.
And we also have 2 1s on like Ryback.
The way that works is if a pit hag makes a new demon, then
That's
all
if you
deaths
believe
are
Kale. I don't know if I
arbitrary.
believe Kale. The
So
other
I could
thing
kill
is,
as
though,
many
is that we think that
players or
Jackie's
not
evil,
kill as
right?
many
He's, like,
players as I
sat
wish to because of the
between
pit
two
hag.
of them.
Yeah, we basically have established that Jackie is a minion, more specifically, I think, the Mistopheles. So, I
Why
think...
couldn't Jackie have been Mizephiles turned?
He could have been starting demon in all honesty.
Because if Jackie was Mizephiles' turn, one, she would not be hard claiming a role that's already in play, and two, she would have got her role correct, which she did not.
Jackie
Well,
likes
we
to say
were
whatever.
when she was talking with Dak and I.
Jackie, sorry, I think I'm about to say what Jackie's about to say. Jackie can claim whatever the hell she wants, especially if she expects to become evil.
I didn't know what Jackie was until she went in a whisper with Dak and I. That was the first time I had spoken to Jackie. So, as a Mez turned evil, she still would have been able to have all of her preaches properly.
Something that might clear up a few things in my head. I don't know about anyone else, but you know, Lau, you said that after the barber swap that you were swapped with somebody else. Would you mind sharing that just so we can play as some people who might, you know?
Yeah, I was swapped with Dak, and so I want to know, when I died, did anyone become the barber? Because I started out as the slayer. When I died, I became the farmer. So I wanted to know the power would still have been used. So I wanted to know if anyone became the farmer on night 2 or the farmer at any point.
You started out as what now, was it, Lau?
I started out as the slayer, and you started out as the farmer, and I wanted to know if on night 2, when I died, anyone became the farmer.
So what did you become? So you didn't turn into the farmer?
Well, I would have died that night. I would have died as the farmer, so I wanted to know if anyone became the farmer. Okay,
This is funny because I actually started out as the Slayer.
I know,
And-
that's a trick to see if people would say they're now the farmer.
Yeah.
It's the other way around, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, but
the other way around.
But the thing is, though, has anyone become the farmer after Dak then? Because Dak died in the night.
Well, if you didn't say it, I mean...
No. Well, the thing, but doesn't the demon kill... yeah. So, sorry, when did Lau, you died at night, and then Dak died the next night? Is that right?
Yes.
Nominations are open.
I think that just means it's Pucker. And I'm sorry, but I'm tending to think Jackie's a minion, and that Clockmaker is sober. So it would go on Toru Charge, more Tori, I mean.
Well, either way, I don't think we should kill it for.
Yeah, no, I think we sleep at 4, but I think the thing is, I just will use the time to talk. I think Clockmaker 2 could still be Lynn Ryback, and I mean, if we're saying that sort of, I suppose Jackie is original demon, or I'm demon, and Jackie's a minion of some kind. Jackie, we didn't speak till like day 3? Like, we didn't even talk, and yet there are whispers for potential evil team Lynn and Ryback on day 1. Based on Crimson's information.
So sorry to interrupt, but I think we probably should nominate, because if there is the possibility that there may be 2 or 3 evils still alive, with the potential of there being obviously 4 evils in play because of Mezephiles. If there's 2 or 3 left alive, then we might end up struggling tonight. Or going into
Oracle 2, I think that we are fine to sleep.
Not only that, even if we kill a bad player, we still lose because they kill the remaining good player, and that's it.
I just don't know.
Correct.
I just don't know what makes the Oracle 2 legitimate bait other than Lynn with a social read off Lau and Dak.
Also, sorry, again, going on that suggestion, once again, Jack evil. Right?
Yeah.
Nothing really, but I suppose like there's so many things in this game that doesn't. We have to make assumptions at some point. It can't all be mechanically proven. We've got to just go with the gut at some point. Right.
Well then.
So are we nominating or not?
No.
I'm not. I will be.
I'm leaning towards Ryback, honestly.
George.
Yeah, it's not forced to be. It's not the Clockmaker 2 isn't forced to be the two that we're even. It's not forced to be Jackie and Tori. It's not forced to be Lynn and Ryback.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think we're focusing on that.
George, what are your protections?
Well, I had one night of I technically had 2 nights of protections, although I don't think the second one would have gone through. So I started as the monk. I protected Lo on night 1 when they died, so I presumed that was puka poisoned, etc. All the theories, but I think the best theory right now is that maybe the gossip kill went through and Lau was dead.
Second call for noms.
And then the second night I chose to protect Lynn, but then that same night I got pit hacked into the sweetheart. So I haven't had any further protections since then.
And you're the only person so far who's claimed to be pit hacked, right?
Correct. I think Kale could have been or Jack could have been the pit hag. To be honest, I think that's probably why there was no more pit hagging, and I think quite the line of questioning is making me more suspicious of you, Ryback. To be honest.
Tori nominates Kale.
No, I think he's gossip was approached day 1 and turned evil. He knew he'd be turning evil, and that's why he did those gossips.
Tori, tell me why.
I'm paying attention to game chat. Noms are about to close. We can sink it into a dead body. I don't necessarily know or think it's a Vortox at this point, but just in case.
It's been changed to 1.
Also that, yeah. Like, if we think there's a pit hag, yeah, that too.
Alright, you need 2.
I don't think there's a Vortox, but I'll vote just in case.
No, it's the just in case nom, that's all. It's why it went into dead body.
I can't believe I've been killed. I'm gonna be killed again.
And I always love to kick Kale's corpse. I just can't help it.
Ryback, we can't kill an alive player. We lose.
I don't think it's suggesting we don't.
Kale's on the block.
Oh, no, it just looked like, Oh, it was the thumbs up that confused me.
Alright, I'm gonna close it in 10 seconds then.
It is well played. If it is a Vortox and Lynn's is the Oracle and the number's wrong and there's 3 alive, or there's 2 alive.
5.
I mean, if it is
4,
a Vortox,
Ryback
then...
will nominate Lynn.
Please.
Ryback nominates Lynn. And dies. Tell me why.
Oh, what a surprise. I think Lynn's just evil here. I think Lynn has been coming out with the Oracle 2 to kind of sweep town, and I just got killed for it. I think we've got 2 evils alive between Lynn, Tori, and George.
One sec, do we not have a pit hag? Was that a witch?
That would be a witch, but...
Pit hag could have turned Mazephiles' turned player into a witch.
Ryback self-witch work.
Lynn, your defense, please.
I have been extremely consistent with my claim. The first time I was nominated, I was instantly put on the block. The first time Tori was nominated, it was so hard to even get a single vote on her other than myself. Nobody else voted for her. If I was truly evil, not as many people would have voted to put me on the block. I'm sorry, I am not the demon here. You are going to lose if you vote on me.
Pertinent question. Do we believe Tori is evil or not?
I truly do, yes.
Does anyone else think Tori is evil?
You're gonna need 3 to tie 4 to put Lynn on the block.
Tori,
I'm not sure how getting 1 vote equals evil. Sorry, yes.
I was just gonna say, are you happy to out your role? Because technically we are in final 3.
Yeah, I'm the mayor.
I do not believe you for a single. Why? This is the evil right here.
Yeah.
This is evil. All of evil just voted.
Yeah.
Okay, then nominate
Then
someone.
we'll nominate Tori.
Tell me why.
Lynn already nominated Kale. She can't, right?
I did not nominate Kale.
That was
No,
me. That was
Tori
me.
nominated
That was
Kale.
me.
Okay. Sorry.
Oracle 2 with whoever dead out there. The evil team just voted to put me on the block. Mare is a very easy demon bluff. Jackie is 2 away from Tori, who with the clockmaker number. Tori was pretending like crazy that there was no puka on this script on day 1. Very, very sus to me. It was so easy to put me on the block earlier, but so difficult to put Tori on the block after that. Sorry, but Tori is absolutely the demon here.
Tori, your defense.
I will ask again. Can whatever other info you want to put out, me learning roles, don't think that should be a valid accusation. I don't see how getting 1 vote on like day 1 makes me a demon. Clockmaker 2, if we're to believe it, also lines up with yourself and self-cursing Witch Ryback, who was trying to push it to the end there. On the off chance we had a Vortox, I sunk a kill into Kale just then so that the game wouldn't end immediately. I can't control when other people are trying to push us to final days, but I am the mayor. There is nothing but a very aggressive play from you. I don't know what else to do here.
All right, you need 4 to tie, 5 to put Tori on the block.
I'm not evil, and Rindider, I thought you believed me. Rude.
Well, I did, but like I think this is got to be our only chance.
It's our last chance, yeah. It's our last chance. That's the.
But if Lynn is the demon, she's already on the block. I mean, it's done because I can't nominate anymore. But
Oh, in all honesty, I probably would have preferred to nominate George, but that wasn't happening.
If George's evil is a minion rather than the demon, I think.
Yeah.
All right, 5 is enough. Tori is on the block. The only one that is available to nominate is George.
Oh, I've just realised my demon's on the block. I better nominate myself to get her off.
yeah, get me off.
Yep.
Go on, get me off.
I want to go for that. I do not.
Giggity.
I was gonna say there are minors in this call, just so.
George, George,
can
can everyone please be
will.
quiet? George, do you wish to nominate?
I will not be nominating, no.
All right. In that case, I will go ahead and close it. Tori, you are executed and die. The game is over. I would like to congratulate Lynn's team. Also Jack's team.
Oh, God damn it!
Yes.
Jack, I love
The
you.
good team.
I know. Thank you. Fucking, I'm evil, my ass.
I was legit worried that you were evil that last day and that Kale was not, because TJ, like, for some reason, the second that TJ talked, I had, like, instant good vibes out of them. So I was worried that it was you and not Kale, but man, I'm very, very happy.
All right, let's
Listen,
go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
go.
do the curtain call.
Wait, I just want to say one quick thing. I like killing people. That's it. That's all there is to it.
All right. From the very top, we've got Tori, who was your one and only genuine original starting Puka. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
All right, we've got Jack, who was your gossip. George, who was your original starting monk, was later pit-hagged into the sweetheart. I'll come back to George in a moment. Dak, who started off as your slayer, but due to a barber swap ended up as the farmer. We have TJ, your preacher, who did in fact send 2 minions to a sermon.
Nice.
Crimson, who was your clockmaker, who got a correct clockmaker 2. Windrider, your barber, who decided, screw it, let's go ahead and kill the barber on day 1 and see what happens. We have Lowe, who was your original starting farmer and was swapped with Dak and became the slayer. We have Kale, your pit hag. Fantastic work by Kale. I wish it would have lasted one more day, though.
Yeah,
Ryback, who was your starting tinker, became Mezephiles turned and was immediately pit-hagged into the witch. And Jackie, your starting Mezephiles, whose word was gullible. Lynn, your oracle, who received good information the entire game. The bluffs were artist, chambermaid, and mayor. Let's go back to George for a moment, because there was an interesting interaction with George being the monk. Tori picked Lo to die on night 1. Lo was slated to die. They got barber swapped. The farmer got put back in play. Not a big deal. But here's the interesting part, is that the pucka poison was still on Lo, and George decided to protect Lo as the monk, which meant that technically Lo would not have died because of the demon. So I decided to go ahead and kill Lo with a gossip kill, thus confusing both evil and good as to what exactly happened.
Called that shit.
So did I.
And yes, for those of you that were saying it, I am that kind of asshole that would do that.
Nice.
Yeah, so, well, I understand, because I would 100% have Slayer shot Tori.
That's why I was unsure of which word was true, so I should have just went, no, I'm just turning George into the sweetheart, hoping George dies.
Yeah, TJ, as the preacher, preached Ryback the first night that they were going to be able to act. Which was hilarious. Ryback was just sort of, I could feel the rolling of the eyes when I told them. And then decided, just in case it was a vigor game, to go ahead and preach Jackie. Technically, I wasn't supposed to tell Jackie they were preached because, TJ, you were poisoned at the time.
Oh, weird.
But so you did just to be mean.
Pretty much. You got a laugh out of it.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
Love you, Jackie.
Right back at ya.
Once again, fantastic script by Navean. This was your game of broken circles.
I enjoyed that.
If I had one more night of being able to pet hag, I would have most definitely turned right back into the Vortox.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that, and it just didn't happen. And I think, Kale, you got put on the block just because no one else could be put on the block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the Clockmaker 2 that did it.
And
Jackie
yeah, that Clockmaker 2 with Jackie being the center point, just being 2 away from a minion and 2 away from the demon. Ouch.
Clockmakers win games, folks. Clockmakers win games.
Ryback, I was surprised that you didn't claim that you were still the Tinker when you self-cursed yourself and died. And been like, you're a dick, Skills.
I was kind of trying to flip a coin. In any event, I think, unfortunately, the Clockmaker 2 and just the social weighting of who was believed, and Lynn was very adamant. It just read very credible. Unfortunately, I couldn't shake it.
And that's why I tried pushing in chat like, oh my god, Ryback is double bluffing here.
Yeah.
I was very sad because of Ryback, and well, really because of Jackie. Because Jackie decided to turn Ryback, and I was looking forward to Dak just shooting Ryback out of spite as the Slayer and me killing Ryback.
It was close. It was very close.
Or Ryback nominating someone and me killing Ryback and them being like, was that a witch?
I called that because I've seen another ST do that as well.
Oh, I love when a witch is on with a tinker. It's such a great interaction.
It is.
Oh yeah, I love having. I remember when I did the script on a Saturday for CT, I did that exact same thing. I immediately killed the Tinker when they nominated. Kind of funny.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna send chat off into the night, guys. Why don't you guys all say goodbye?
Good night, chat.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.